In the following problem, we're asked to determine what number is the least. If we want to look at this, one way we can do it is to think about the patterns that we see. We want to investigate if we went from 1/3 to 10/33 to 100/333, and so on and so forth. What is going to be the pattern? We would probably guess that it's either going to increase in value or to decrease in value. So let's look at the first step, going from 1/3 to 10/33, and to see which one is the greatest and which one is the least. We might know that 1/3 is represented by the repeating decimal 0.3 repeating, or written in its repeating notation. Now let's investigate 10/33. One way we can do this is to use the division algorithm and ask ourselves about dividing 10 by 33. Using that standard algorithm, we would look at how many times 33 goes into 100, and we're going to see that it goes in there 3 times, giving us 99, and then subtracting and continuing this process. 33 does not go into 10. And then we notice that we're back to the problem of how many times does 33 go into 100, which gives us back to 3. And we're going to see that we're going to start this repeating process again. Therefore, 10/33 is equivalent to 0.3030 repeating. We will notice that we produced a smaller number as we went from 0.3 repeating to 0.3030 repeating. So we could guess that E is indeed our smallest number. Another way I can see that it's decreasing is because if I took 1/3, I would want to know what I would have to multiply it by in order to get 10/33. If I multiply my fraction by a number bigger than 1, then 10/33 would be greater than what I started with. If I multiply 1/3 by something less than 1 and greater than 0, I'm going to get something that's less than 1/3. For example, if I took 1/3 times 2, I would get 2/3, which is greater number than I started with. But if I took 1/3 times 1/2, notice 1/2 is less than 1, then I get 1/6, which is something less than my first factor. Therefore, I would see that I could multiply 1/3 by 10/11, which is less than 1. Therefore, I know that 1/3 has to be greater than 10/33, and doing the same process as I went through, I would know that E is my final answer, which is the least of the 5.